An update now on an invisible threat Spotlight on America has been reporting on for several years, affecting the health of communities nationwide.
We take you to Georgia, where after years of protest over toxic emissions coming from medical sterilization plants, some there are taking their battle for accountability to the courtroom.
Spotlight on America correspondent Angie Moreski traveled to Covington, where some of that small town's most prominent citizens are leading the fight.
Lisa Baker, and I had breast cancer.
Shannon Buff, and I had breast cancer also.
Connie Waller, and I had breast cancer.
David Waller, and I had lymphoma and throat cancer.
These longtime Covington, Georgia residents all believe they are part of a cancer cluster caused by an invisible toxin spewing into their community.
This is really ground zero for Covington's biggest nightmare.
Covington attorney Michael Joffroy points to ethylene oxide emissions at this BD-barred medical sterilization plant in the center of town as a common link.
A neighborhood on either side of us right here, next to somebody with toxic, dangerous chemicals that went unchecked for decades.
BD-barred has operated in Covington for more than 50 years. It's one of nearly 100 facilities nationwide that use ethylene oxide, or ETO, to sterilize more than 20 billion pieces of medical equipment a year, half of all sold in the U.S. The colorless, odorless gas was classified as a human carcinogen by the EPA in 2016. This baseball field is right in the middle of Covington. For decades, it's been a central gathering spot for the families who live in this small town. And now it's at the center of concern for so many who've had cancer. The BD plant is just 1/10 of a mile away, right through those trees. You spent a lot of time on that field.
Oh,
We spent
a lot of time
on that field, practicing, playing.
Yeah.
My son played ball in the ball field across from the plant.
Knowing my kids have been around this, it just makes me sick to my stomach.
Constant exposure.
Did any of you realize the risk?
Not in
never.
the least.
Not at all.
It wasn't until 2018 that the risk of ETO began to emerge publicly. That year, federal data revealed Covington was among about 100 census tracts nationwide with a higher cancer risk, due in large part to ethylene oxide.
The judge granted our motion.
Now, these residents are among more than 100 cancer patients represented by Joffroy suing BD. He is on a team of lawyers who won a landmark ETO case against the company this past May, where a jury awarded local trucker Gary Walker $20 million. BD is appealing. The company would not do an interview with Spotlight, but told us in a statement BD is committed to the safe and responsible operation of its facilities and has made significant investments to upgrade emission controls at facilities nationwide. The Georgia Environmental Protection Division told Spotlight following the upgrades in 2020, the state concluded surrounding communities were no longer at an elevated risk.
I want people to be held accountable.
It doesn't change what these citizens say is a toxic legacy that harmed so many in their small town.
I'm a person with 2 beautiful children that lives in a beautiful community that just wants the opportunity to breathe.
For Spotlight on America, I'm Angie Moreski.
And trial dates are not yet set for the more than 300 additional ETO cases against BD, but some are expected to get underway next year. In the meantime, the fight over ethylene oxide is far from over. Communities around the country are in limbo as the Trump administration reconsiders tougher ETO emission rules finalized by the EPA last year. We'll take a closer look at the heated debate over clean air versus national security in our next report.